too, if you could figure out how to do it.
Oops.
All right. Hey, how's everyone doing this fine Saturday evening? This is Mark Camelor with Jeepspeed. I got a couple of our regulars, Rob Subert and the Rob family, Bruce and Hayden. May have some other people join us, though I wanted to hop on today. I know Saturdays maybe not the most convenient for everyone. We had lots of weather here in Southern California. I've been doing many other things, and the month of March is already gone, and we're just under a month away from Silver State. So I know there's lots of discussion that's going on about that. There's lots of information that I wanted to share with the people that may be watching this, and really just wanted to maybe shoot the breeze a little bit with some of these guys that I don't get to see too often. So before we get into any of those formalities there, what's new with you, Mr. Subert?
New hood. Working on door now. Not new, just fixed. Nothing really new. Truck's in pretty good shape, just more cosmetic stuff. Fixing the charging issue and the fuel pressure issue. So for the most part, truck did pretty well at King of the Hammers. So good shape.
Yep, I saw that you're a regular Earl Scheib out there, so it probably cost you a little bit more than the old $99.99, for it.
The bodywork isn't bad. The worst part is the mess it makes. And everything else in my shop has 3 inches of dust from fiberglass and icing. So that's the worst of it.
Very
nice.
nice.
All right, Rob family, how about you guys? What's going down with you guys?
Oh, I'll let Hayden talk about what he did on the Jeep. We were broke down at King of the Hammers all due to a fuel pump wire.
Yeah.
Because we're running off of the stock
Wiring harness.
So that's what took us out. It was just a wire. So had we been able to figure it out there, we would have been able to keep going. But it took us a few minutes back at the shop to figure out what was going on, and it's back up and running. Something simple.
It's crazy how that usually is. You spend thousands of dollars to get to the event, thousands of dollars on prepping, and it's a $2 piece that ends up taking you out.
Yeah, it's just learning. I mean, we just something that we didn't check. What do you do?
You live and learn. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
running at all? Fuel pump wasn't running at all?
No, it runs off of our Jeep. It's definitely could use standalone switches and stuff, and it ran off of the OEM harness. And we installed a second fuel tank in the truck, and we couldn't see the pressure regulator, so we couldn't see that it wasn't actually that was the issue. And it wasn't getting power.
Very cool. All right. Well, let me go ahead and before we get back to the BSing and such, I've got some things that see if I can share here. Wanted to go over, and I believe my screen should be shared right now. This right here, this is our points after the first race. So we had 4 out in the 1700, and these points are updated. These were transferred over from King of the Hammers over to Best in the Desert. So Kantiki's leading it right now with 80 points. Looks like Poolman is joining us, so I guess it's perfect timing for that. Let me go ahead and let him in. There he is. Hey, we're just talking about you, Mr. Pool guy.
What did I do now?
Well, somehow you stumbled into the points lead, is what it looks like there.
Oh yeah, I fell into that like I fell into a pile of crap, huh?
Yeah. Probably because your team Shake and Bake decided to park his car. We don't
Yeah,
know about
that was
that.
it.
Yeah, we don't know about that guy. Anyway, Mark Merrill, he's sitting there in second place. Rob, the Bruce Rob family, you guys are sitting there in third place, and yeah, Enriquez, they're down there in fourth. Then we scroll down a little bit here. We've got Mr. Rob Subert there, early points lead. Got to get that thing.
I think I still have him by one.
Got to get that thing all dialed in. Yep. And for the grand championship, we're sitting in a close tie right now. It's still early, so we're not worried about that wholly. One of the things that we're talking about here is previewing the event here. So this is a Best in the Desert website. What they have for the Silver State coming up the 20th through the 22nd. I talked with Megan from Best in the Desert, getting some information. They haven't updated most everything on this as of yet. I know they're working on it and hoping to have things in place by Monday. Though when we look at what they have tentatively planned, and so yeah, I'm going to maybe let the cat out of the bag. I guess it's nothing that's secret. Last year they did a Thursday tech and contingency, and it wasn't the best for us Jeepspeed racers because we got to sit around all Friday and not do too much. Got to watch the time trials, which was fun. Other than that, it wasn't productive. So they're back to doing the Friday tech and contingency, and drivers meeting will be, I believe, at 6 o'clock on the Friday. That means race day is the 22nd, Saturday, and the expected time off the line for the Jeepspeed classes is probably around 1 o'clock. That might be a little bit earlier for our 4700s. That's generally what we always like to have everybody out there be prepared, by about noon. I think the first trucks go off the line at 10, unless they've changed any of those things. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts. Now I know Ken, you're a follower of the Race Desert, and man, there's a whole lot of hate going on right now for Best in the Desert.
Oh, yeah.
And racing in general, I think we're getting a little bit hammered here in California. I know Legacy had their event that was postponed this weekend, and we have no control over sunny Southern California weather here that's closed down a lot of roads, and then it's also trickled into to Nevada. So right now they're experiencing some flood conditions in the race course area. So talking with Megan from Best in the Desert, the plan is still to have the race. And there's always an asterisk that goes on that. And I believe right now the weather would be the mitigating factor. So hopefully it'll dry up enough and be able to race on. Not sure if it'll turn all of that silt into concrete by the time we're out there, or if it'll make it soup. Either way, it should be a fun experience. And Bruce, I don't know if you're keeping that four-wheel drive in that thing. It's key at that race through some of the silt beds. Wouldn't you agree there, King Boy?
Oh yeah, there's a sand hill that they do, and I ran Wayne Gittinger's two-wheel drive Comanche up there. I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and I don't know how we made it up there. I just pinned it, hit every bush I could to try to keep the thing going, and there was trophy lights scattered all over the course, and it was a mess. It should be packed out a little bit more. So yeah, I think the whole course is going to change, but that's pretty much the course that Legacy was running this weekend. So I don't know. We've only got 4 weeks for it to dry out.
That was my question: is how close is that Legacy course to the Best in the Desert course?
I think it's pretty much the same course.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap on it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that it's identical, though. I can't speak to that definitively. Like I said, I spoke directly with Megan Phillips from Best in the Desert, and they're moving forward. Obviously, we have to. Every other race series, I know Legacy was moving forward as well, and they're disheartened to have to cancel. Nobody wants to do that. You know, Best in the Desert already had to cancel the or postpone the Cal City race because of that too. Nobody was able to get to there, so this will effectively be their first car and truck race of the season that they're hosting. So they are very eager to get everything in place and everything moving forward. I know some of you, especially Rob and Ken, you guys have already paid for Parker. And there might be some other racers who are watching this that have that same question I did ask. And the process by which you're going to want to do with that is make sure that I'm going to share my screen again here. You're going to make sure you register.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do register, see if my screen will share again. Talking and clicking mice are not my forte. So you go on and you register through their website, and when it comes to the point where you're going to pay, what you're going to want to do is make sure you click the check or cash option, and then you can continue. They will then be able to make sure that they credit you for any of those other ones. It wasn't stated, though I probably would say that it's a good practice once you get to that point, maybe follow up with an email on them to just say, hey, I did register for Parker. We didn't race it. I'm applying my credit to the Silver State race, and I've checked the cash, so they can make that distinction in there. So once you've got that in there, you should be good to go when it comes with all of that. So hopefully, that's right there what I need.
I did my registration yesterday, and that's what I did, and it went all the way through. So I did not follow up with an email. I figured worst case, I'd just fight it out with them at registration, when I got there. But we'll see what happens. I'll follow up. I've sent them a couple of emails and haven't gotten any response on other stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what the story is.
I did mine last week, and I started with an email, and she gave me the process that Mark just described.
Okay.
So then I went through it, and then I shot her an email that I did it, and she sent back, and so yeah, all seemed fine on my end.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Should be good there. I know. I'm sorry, Ken. Go right ahead.
Did any of you book rooms at Buffalo Bills? I used code, and it's $50 a night, and then plus the $26 resort fee. So basically $76 a night plus tax for the rooms. And they did say they did book us at Buffalo Bills. Ask specifically for an upgraded room, because I was talking to one of the reservation people, and all the rooms are not upgraded yet. So I can't imagine what the unupgraded room. But you don't have to worry about that, Rob. You've got the Taj Mahal that you're bringing, right?
Well, we'll see if it's fixed. It's still down in Medford, about 4 hours from us.
Oh yeah.
I think it's supposed to be fixed next week, but yeah, I'll bring some sort of camping something. So whether it's the motorhome or my truck and camper, one of the two.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, Bruce, do you got a new tow vehicle, or are you going with the bus still?
We're working on something. I don't know if we're going to take it or not. We'll probably run with the bus if we come down.
Right on. So let's hear from you guys. What do you got? You planning on racing the Silver State one?
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're swamped at the shop, but we're hoping that we can get to the Jeep. Planning on it. And we paid for Parker as well, so we kind of got a free race, I guess, to use up. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, we plan on racing it.
Awesome. Yeah. At least I'm just, since I have you guys on live screen here, getting that commitment that way, when you don't show up, I can call you out, put you on blast a little bit here.
Speaking of commitments, are you are you gonna race?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not committing to that. I'm just a poor race promoter here at these days. And I'll talk about one of the things that I've got going on a little bit later here. I did want to maybe have a discussion with you guys on your thoughts. We started a little bit, and like I said, I know that man, Best in the Desert's getting hammered right now on Race Desert, and I still have nothing but love for them. Everything that they do. I just running Jeepspeed, I know what a pain in the butt it is to coordinate things, and things that are beyond your control. Having to make that pivot to King of the Hammers and get all of that stuff that we did in line really was a challenge. So, the fact that they're dealing with maybe not getting permits, weather complications, and a lot of that, negativity out there. Just wanted to see, what your guys' thoughts are. Rob, I heard you said you had communicated, got some positive results. Anything else you want to share?
No, I'm on board with sticking with Best in the Desert as long as they keep it alive. Of course, the Race Desert chat is not looking so friendly. Who knows? I think this race is going to be pivotal. I mean, if it gets canceled for weather, it's one thing, but if it gets canceled for any other reason, they're in big trouble.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
see what happens.
and let's talk about the elephant in the room. I don't know if you've heard about what happened with Parker for next year.
Yeah.
It looks like Martelli's got one event and Legacy's got the other event. So,
yeah.
And from what I understand, there's only 2 race permits out there for Parker for the year.
That's what I heard, and I don't have any stake in any of it, but just off the top of my head, I'm thinking possibly their best move is to keep buddied up with King of the Hammers and just hold that as their first event. I mean, that may be their best. And it's either that or have another event. Let's see, we got 2 Parkers, King of the Hammers, San Felipe, and we're going to throw another one in there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on first of the year next year.
First of the year, yeah.
So, we get busy and make lots of money so we can prep our cars real quick.
Yeah, even if you could prep cars, it makes it a little bit challenging to get all of that going. Yeah, I know. Glad you guys brought that up. Here there's always scuttle about what Jeepspeed's going to do and how we're going to handle things. Right now our loyalty is to Best in the Desert, and we're going to continue to stay with them. We've been with them for a long time. I do like the organization. I know Mike, he wasn't able to get on the call tonight, maybe because he doesn't know the technology, or no, I think he's got a life and he's probably hanging out with his beautiful wife there. So any of that, we'll play it by ear and see what next year is going to look like. I mean, quite honestly, I love that King of the Hammers event, even though we had already discussed that. The timing of it seems a little bit better right after the holidays. You're not pressed to get it in. Though next year will be interesting to see how that is. Martelli's run a good program with the Mint, and I didn't hear anything really bad about Barstow other than it's Barstow. So Parker is a course that everybody likes.
Okay, Barstow. My neighbor was just out there. Barstow, Maine. It's like a freeway right now. All the whoop section got washed out with the rain. He says it's like 2 flat freeways. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said.
I was curious. I was curious on the Mint. I know we had a couple Jeepspeeds there, 1700s and some 4700s, I think. What did they do entry fee wise? Did they honor the Jeepspeed price, or did they get thrown in with everybody else? Or
They have a bit of a reduced price. It's not the regular Jeepspeed price like we have at where we were able to secure with King of the Hammers. So that's one of those things too. There's some people that just love the Mint, and I'm some days I love it, other days not so much. The timing of that one was difficult too, to make it to King of the Hammers and then make it out to the Mint. So all of these races that are stacked on top of each other really make it challenging, and so we are working to figure out what's in the best interest of our Jeepspeed racers. And quite honestly, I've got three guys, or three teams that are on the screen here that we can always count on. And there's a handful of other people that are that way, and then there's quite a few who are honestly, we're going to race, and I haven't seen them for 2 years. I suppose you could argue that I'm falling into that category myself as well, though not every race, helping to make sure that you guys have some of those, good resources. So we're always looking out for you and your best interest. I know we've got, the old John Gruel 1730 that was recently purchased, and Mr. Hawley, I think it's David. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Is looking at getting that prepped and campaigning that for the 2024 season. Maybe we could get them out at the end of the year and get them in some test runs. And I know there's several other vehicles that are out there in that same capacity. So, what we can do to increase our car count, it's just going to be, that much better.
What is your guys' thoughts of, next year? Maybe not necessarily doing all best in the desert races, or going with another race organization or something. I have some experience in the past. We've run a 7S truck. We campaigned a 7S truck for about 3 or 4 years, and we ran a lot of snore events. Snore's not as big as Best in the Desert was. It's definitely not as big as Martelli Brothers or anything like that. But one thing I liked about that is they don't get the huge trophy truck count, so the courses aren't as chewed up. Especially for us in the 1700s, that it's pretty close to a 7S truck, and you're running against 1600s. Five class 5 cars and stuff like that. So the courses aren't as chewed up and the ruts aren't as deep. And I think that some of those races might be kind of fun to do. It's just I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah, back before the Best in the Desert relationship, it was they did a Moore race and a Snore race and actually a Score race, and they did a Best in the Desert race, and it was a combination of things. And then what is it, Mark 2010 or 11? They finally hooked up with Best in the Desert, said we're going to do their whole series, somewhere back there. But prior to that, it was just a mixed bag of all the different organizations. And Jeepspeed just picked, and they laid it all out, and they said we're going to do this race, this race, this race, this race, and then they just kept their own points from all those events, and they did their own thing. So I think the facilitation was a lot easier going through Best in the Desert. You had one group, and then they handled all the points, and so it made it easier for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe a look at going back to the old method.
Yeah, and I would say we're definitely exploring all of those. One of the things that is a mitigating factor for us is making our sponsors happy too.
Right.
It's going to those smaller races are good. If we're not giving our sponsors, a big presence, then they're not as happy or inclined to stay on. So, we have to make sure that some of those factors are there, and it's a balancing act between, what we're doing, for the racers, and then what we're doing for, each of the sponsors that we have. So,
but are we getting much sponsor support anymore?
Oh yeah. I mean, your tire manufacturer really carries the series right now, and we're getting a good chunk of change from Yokohama as the premier sponsor. We get a good relationship, and not only discounts to the racers, but money from Rugged. Jasper's on board. Evo, all of the sponsors have some capacity that they're doing for us, and most of that is going back in the form of the drivers winning some contingency, or I'm not going to say prize money that is making you guys wealthy, though. Having some of that prize money that's out there that gives you the bragging rights and keeps you in that professional driver status, where we get to give you a 1099 if you win, or what have you. So yeah, Mr. Tiki, I'm calling you out here. Don't avoid your taxes, for being
CPA. My CPA loves that. Yeah.
I got a question. Does Best in the Desert subsidize the Jeepspeed costs, or is that done through our sponsors?
Well, they do it indirectly through cost. So we've got a negotiated entry fee. If you look at the scale, our entry fee is substantially lower, than any of the other classes. We're effectively at, I think we're even cheaper than the sportsman class when it comes down into what they're doing. So they take an administration fee, and that remainder goes back to prizes based on car counts and some of those things that we have there. So all of those are the little nuances that I know. A lot of the armchair quarterbacks are out there going, well, I want to race this race and I want to race that race, and we hear all of that, and we're looking to provide that best opportunity for you. So some of the things that I'm working on, and it's a slow process, though you guys can help spread that word, and anybody else that's watching this, is I'm attempting to increase our social presence. I've got a couple other things that I'm doing. This isn't my day job, though it's a little bit fun. So I'm working on getting this YouTube channel monetized. We got to get quite a few more subscribers and quite a bit of watch hours on there, and all of that money that we are able to generate with content that you guys are helping to provide me, and these lives where we're out there spreading the word, are things that are going to help to subsidize that. And as we grow and get a little bit stronger on our feet there, you can see the little Chiron. I don't know if you guys can see it on your screen. No, I have a little Chiron down at the bottom that says Jeepspeed.store for merch. So, even those little things, as that's coming in, all of that helps to build us. We're working on building out some additional sponsors, and even to that end, you guys are here, and I've asked a couple of people directly about this concept. I'm going to share something that I'm working on right now. I would love to get it off the ground for this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, though it is something that I definitely want to build, and I think it's something that would be really cool for Jeepspeed and the off-road industry in general. I don't know. Are you guys able to see my screen there?
Yeah, make it bigger.
Yeah, I can't read it. See it.
Can't read it, but you see it.
That's what she said. Make it bigger. All right. Let's see if we can make it bigger for you guys there. So I don't have the date, the time. These are some things that I'm working on generally here. Though I've been doing some professional development, leadership training, the past year and a half, and some of those things that I've brought out to my personal life, I'd love to see here being done for, what is more of a corporate setting, team building, whatever it might be, in terms of being able to have all of these. So the event that I'd like to begin promoting, it's called Building Joy in the Dirt. It is an acronym, joy and dirt. I'll kind of share, what that is. Looking at pairing, some of that team building, corporate, whatever it might be, or individuals with what we do here in Jeepspeed. So I'll probably hit up some of you racers to get some of your vehicles or do whatever. So effectively here, and I'll read it. I know you guys can see that though. At Jeepspeed Race Series, we're passionate about helping off-road enthusiasts cultivate joy, purpose, and resilience in their personal and professional lives. That's why we've created an event entitled Building Joy in the Dirt, which has a special meaning to us. Joy and dirt are not just words, they are acronyms that represent the values we hold dear. Joy stands for Jeepspeed, Odyssey, yeah. All right, it's a little corny, I know that. Though it represents a sense of adventure, exploration, and excitement that we feel when we hit the off-road trails, the races. It's about embracing the journey and finding joy in the experience, no matter what challenges come our way. And, Bruce, Hayden, you guys represented that at King of the Hammers. I mean, it was easy for you guys to quit and throw it in. Everybody, Rob, you were on your side at one point in time. So these are things that I really feel embody what we do at race, out at the races and Jeepspeed in general. The dirt stands for discipline, influence, respect, and teams. This represents the values we believe are essential for success both on and off the trails. Discipline is about having the focus and determination to achieve your goals. Influence is about using your skills and knowledge to make a positive impact on those around you. Respect is about treating others with kindness and compassion, even in difficult situations. And teams is about working together, supporting each other, and achieving success as a group. Together, Joy and Dirt represent the values we believe are essential for building resilience, finding purpose, and cultivating joy in all areas of your life. And we're going to invite you to join Building Joy in the Dirt and discover how these values can transform personal, professional journey. So that's something that I'm working on as a little bit of a pet project. I don't know. Again, I'm throwing it out there to you guys because I may lend some support or need some support. Though what I'm hoping is this message will get out there to even more people who are watching this. This is a limited engagement. I'm talking probably 10 to 15 people that we're going to do, maybe a corporate team, something like that. My idea is having it out in Barstow, where we could use some of the hotel rooms out there. We test out there periodically and, teaching these values of leadership, team building, some of those other skills that I'll focus on, though incorporating that into, the Jeepspeed racing that we do. So quite honestly, we'll get some of these guys who may never have been in a off-road vehicle, and we'll take them around, the Barstow Desert, scare the shit out of them a little bit, get them excited, fired up, and then give them an opportunity to hop behind the wheel themselves, learning how to drive. I see this as some huge partnership opportunities with Turn 2 TV, our video sponsors, with Yokohama. Yokohama, the partnership that they've recently cultivated with Brenthal. Brenthal has an arrive and drive program for the trophy trucks. And all of you guys know it takes a lot to just hop into a trophy truck. It's not just having the dollars. You got to have a lot of skill. They're very forgiving in a sense that they can go over the big holes and stuff that we have difficulty with. Though, if you know how to drive, a 1700, even a 4700, you're going to to know that momentum is your friend, and that's just going to help you when you get into that next level of driving to help you to see that. So I'd love to work with them. I've got a phone call out to them. They haven't returned the phone call yet, Jordan, Jonathan. So if you guys watch this or somebody knows them, hop on. Let's get on a phone call. Figure out how we could, make that partnership work. And then Rugged, our communications people, we are looking at doing this. So my idea is really first rate, high class. Having 10 to 15 people out there, being able to give them a classroom opportunity, and then give them an experience that they're going to be able to have for a lifetime, and maybe even get into the racing itself. So that's a big share. I haven't given you guys a lot, So what do you guys think about something like that?
It was interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. My wife and I are getting ready to leave next week to go to Moab for the Easter Jeep Safari. We've I've got the Jeep thing really, really bad. I don't not only have a race car, I have a rock crawler. And but the thing is, we take the rock crawler there, and I'm going to be leading some trails this year. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the event, but it's like a 9-day event where they do all the different trails in Moab, and they rate the trails from anywhere from a 1, which is a graded road, all the way up to a 9, which is Pritchett Canyon, which you're probably going to be on your lid or break your stuff and like that. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's really satisfying for me as a tail gunner or a trail leader when you get all done and you see these people with their eyes just big smiles and their eyes are wide open going, I can't believe we got through that. I can't believe we did that. Oh my God, that was amazing, and it's really satisfying to at the end of the day. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about it, is sharing my passion for not only going slow in the rocks, but going fast in the desert. So I think it's a great idea.
Sounds very interesting. Not sure I'm going to help a whole lot from Oregon, but
well, you might. I'm not sure what everybody's role in this is either, and quite honestly, I'm throwing this out here because I'd love to hear discussion from anybody that's watching this, what their thoughts are, and anybody that wants to be involved or even participating. I would say bring your checkbook. It's not going to be a couple dollars to do this. This is going to be a first rate, first class, high end opportunity for us. And like I said, I started talking about how we're doing some of these events to help support Jeepspeed. So the monies and those activities are going to be dumped back into Jeepspeed and continue to have us grow. And if we grow a little bit bigger, I mean, we've got a Facebook group that's got 13,000 followers. We've got an Instagram that's got about 3,000 plus followers. We're growing this channel here. All of those things are monetizable, and what those do will help us to let us stand on our own feet and make those decisions. So us as a race organization, if we want to race a snore race, if we want to race legacy, if we want to race whatever it is, we're not beholden to the actual promoter of the event. We can pick and choose. We can mandate which ones that we want to go to, and so those are some of the things that we're looking at accomplishing. Mike and I, Michelle, we're worried about what's going to be the best for all of our racers, and we want to keep that brand meaning something. And I believe I bought into Jeepspeed now almost 4 years ago, and the reason I did is because I started out as a racer with my son, just like Bruce and Hayden there, and built great memories. And the lessons that I've learned out there translate into, my everyday experiences. And I'm sure each of you guys have stories that are the same way. So very cool. We've been on for about 40 minutes. I don't have any timeline. I don't know what you guys have. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? I believe I covered all of the points that I had on my notes.
I have a question. I'm not sure you can help me, but I'll throw it out since we have this venue. Is there any chance of doing a tech contingency at the start line, either Friday night or Saturday morning? Coming from the north, it's like an extra 6-hour drive for me to get there.
I totally would love to have that stuff at the start line, because we're doing the same thing. I mean, we're driving 12 hours the wrong direction, to get back to the race line.
Yeah.
I
haven't accessed the desert yet, but that was my plan. But I thought I'd throw it at you since we're here.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo Bills is about the furthest town or furthest area you could get from the start line and still be in Nevada. So even for us that are coming from California, it's on the way, but now we've got to drive 3.5 hours Saturday morning before we go to race. So I feel your pain. I know what you're talking about.
Just hearing. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Bruce.
I was going to say, just hearing tech on Friday is even better than, driving all the way down there on Thursday. For us, I mean, it's at least a week ordeal for us to come from Wisconsin, come down and then go back. To add a whole extra day just to hang out, it's just Friday is better than, Thursday, type of thing. But even the start line would be amazing.
Yeah, I will run that up the flagpole. I'll reach out to Best in the Desert. I'll talk with Mike and see what we've got. As far as Michelle, usually if she comes down, she won't be there for tech and contingency. She's the same thing because she's in Cedar City there. She'll usually might not even come to the start line, though. We'll see what she has planned, and we'll definitely take that under advisement and work to help you guys out, save you a little bit of time. Not us California people, though. We're going to make you come out. You're not coming out until Friday night anyway, Ken.
Friday night? No, I'm talking about Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night? Okay. I thought you loved sitting in Friday traffic.
No. I do enough of that.
So just Thursday traffic will be for you there. Yeah, so I'm writing those notes down. I'll see if we could do that at start line.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I might be able to get some special dispensations for my people who are traveling really far. Not sure who has signed up just yet. They were working on the sign up list to see. I know who we have on screen here is already committed. Not sure who else, if they're going to come down and see what we have there. So if I can get that going, I will relay that into our race group too. So those of you who are watching this on the replay and haven't joined our Facebook fan group or our race group, make sure you guys sign up for those too. As I send a lot of this information through not just our main ones, though there's specific stuff that I put in there for our racers. So we're special, and not just the general public. I'm sure you guys probably put that out there to the general public. It's nothing that's top secret. It's just easier to communicate with people who know what we're talking about instead of what is this Jeepspeed stuff that we're doing. So, very cool. Now we're approaching 45 minutes. It's what time is it there? You guys are 3 hours different there, Bruce? 2 hours.
Plus 2 hours.
Plus 2. All right. Well, it's not too bad for you. I don't know that Hayden's still a young man. He's got to kind of be in bed or something so he could get up and watch cartoons in the morning. Right?
Hey, I had a question for Bruce and Hayden. There was a comment earlier about keeping the four-wheel drive in. Are you guys swapping that thing from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive depending on event, or?
Depends on if I taco the front axle during the event. Yeah, that was King of the Hammers damage, and we bought Mark's axle, and Hayden wanted to put it in his vehicle. I actually would like to go back to two-wheel drive,
I have
just the way it handled.
I have a two-wheel drive beam that I'll sell you. Real
I got
cheap.
one too.
Yeah, it's sitting in my
Yeah,
warehouse.
we were just talking, I think it was yesterday, about trying to cut the C's off of the one that we have. Just the way it handled compared to the four-wheel drive, I don't know if it was bump stop damage from my carnage, but yeah, at this moment I'd take two-wheel drive over four-wheel drive.
Well, I had my 17 car set up. I could swap it in about 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
I ran four-wheel drive at Vegas to Reno and Silver State, and I ran two-wheel drive at everywhere else, and it ran way faster with the two-wheel drive beam in it.
Yeah.
We lost 10 miles an hour across the lake bed from the two-wheel drive, and then we swapped it at King of the Hammers, and we went almost 10 miles an hour slower across the lake bed.
What
Yeah.
were you
Well,
getting on the lake bed?
Just the bumps. I mean, the front end handled the rough stuff so much better in the chop.
Yeah, sure.
The beam just
we
ate it up.
it would shift out of third gear because we have an AW4. And if we screamed it as far as it would go and let off right at the top, we could shift out at 87 on GPS. And then four-wheel drive, I think we were down low 80s, if not in the 70s.
Yeah, because I got 93 on the lake bed in mine in four-wheel drive. Yeah, and it was still in four-wheel drive. I was going to shift
I guess
out.
we need to make more power then.
Yeah, I was going to shift out of four-wheel drive, and the corner was coming, and I thought, I'll leave it in. And Adam goes, hit 93. You won the prize. So,
Better watch out. You've got Jeepspeed officials here on the radio here. We're going to have to check that cheater motor of yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Close to 100. Mine was close to 100.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, we're down on power, I guess, because we could only get 87. That was all we could get across the lake bed, two-wheel drive.
So Hayden, I heard both of these guys, they're on the bottom of my screen. Ken and Rob both have two-wheel drive beams that they're willing to sell. Go ahead and tell your dad to pick up both if he's going to be driving that way.
Yeah.
You got one to lose, right?
Yeah, because he wants that four-wheel drive axle for his project. So yeah, I could probably use the beams.
Okay.
I don't know what Ken's got, but I have a brand new Curry that has never been used.
Yeah,
two-wheel drive?
Two-wheel drive beam, brand new Curry.
Okay.
I can
bring it to Silver State.
I've got the two-wheel drive Curry, but it's gently used.
Sure. They don't make them anymore, do they? Curry's, they're done.
I had them custom. I had to make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to make it for me, and then I ended up striking a deal with Eric Helgeson, and he had one that was a little bit different. He had offset the spring perches, and it was a pretty trick beam. So I bought that before I received and it was built by Curry as well, actually. But I bought that before Curry finished mine, but I'd already ordered it, and I didn't even ask to cancel. I just went ahead and took it. So it showed up and it's still in the box.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have to find you on Facebook, and I'll probably buy yours too, Ken, because I'll probably tear them up. This is the way it is.
Well, I'm on Instagram, 47 Jeepspeed 1724 actually.
Okay, remember that. I don't do Instagram, but I think he does.
Living in the past. Now, just so you guys know, there's a 25% brokerage fee for hosting these here. So,
sure.
No, awesome. No, honestly, that's what I love about the Jeepspeed guys is it's like I got something. It's just collecting dust here. Take it, and I mean, I tried to get as much as I could from Hayden, for that beam. It was a premium, pristine stuff, custom bends and all, and he worked me down a little bit. So hopefully it works out for everybody there.
It got us on the track. I mean, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
You
no,
got
it was awesome.
extra credit. You get bonus points for effort. I mean, I couldn't believe it. We're lining up for the race, and we're going, "Where's Bruce?" I don't know. He didn't even have tires on the car, wheels on the car when we left the pit, and we turned around and go, "Shit, there he is. He's lined up." You know,
Yeah.
so
I think we had
I
10, 20 minutes to spare.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have a feeling there's going to be a spare drive shaft or two that are, put on your car next time too.
Yeah.
Hey, if we don't have a 4-wheel drive axle, we don't have to worry about gear oil either. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to stop at the start line and get out.
Yeah. Well, you got to stretch your legs before a race anyway. It's going to be a long time in the car, so
Yeah.
helps prepare for that sprint across the desert.
Good times, good stories.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, boys, this has been fun, and thank you for. I don't know. I see that we've gone from like 3 to 4, maybe 5 people that are watching us. Act like ass clowns on here, and hopefully, we'll build a bit of a following, like I said, and have some people that start watching this, and you guys. Hold me to it. People watching this, hold me to it. If you guys are liking, subscribing, commenting, it's going to motivate me to make sure that we're doing this on that more regular basis. I will commit to definitely after, doing a post race. Maybe we'll do another pre-race event just to see where everything is and recap, and hopefully have some more people, that are tuning in. And
let's do a post Moab recap. I'll fill you guys in on all the fun times in Moab for a week.
Well, this is Jeepspeed. You're going to have to go on the other channel that I'm attempting to create, the Jeep Crawl. Where we can migrate both of those into being. And honestly, Ken, I'm just like you. I'm addicted to Jeeps. I almost feel like I should be living in Utah with the polygamous relationship that I have with the 7 Jeeps, that I own right now. I'm not able to be able to drive all of them. Here in the shop, I've got 4, and then usually my JL that I'm driving, and I have to run around and love each of them before, I go home, start them up.
If it wasn't for my beautiful wife, I'd be living in a single wide somewhere with Jeeps all over the yard. So
yeah, a single wide with a 500 square foot garage to house.
I always said I want a 1,500 square foot 8-car garage with a hoist in it.
There you go.
One day I'll get there.
Very cool. All right, Rob, you guys, enjoy the cold weather that you have, and hopefully you don't have to do too much shoveling of snow. And Mr. Poolman, get ready for our next atmospheric river that we're going to have to deal with, I believe, next week. Us poor Californians who get drenched in the rain, we don't know what to do.
So the other day they said we got 12 inches more rain than Seattle has gotten this year. So
wow.
Yeah, we're ahead of you, I think, in Oregon even.
Probably.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So.
Yeah, the problem is most of it's just running straight out into the ocean there. So if we can figure out a way to capture it, we might be out of this drought at least for 2 days. Very cool, gentlemen. I appreciated it, and we are closing in on an hour. So I get paid by the hour, and I don't have any money to pay myself. So we're
get Barnett on this next time.
What's that?
I want to see Barnett on here next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a 3-hour in-service to teach him how to get onto the technology aspect. So I'll have to bring him over, and we'll get it there.
Phone. If I could do it and push the button on my phone, at least, I think Barnett can handle it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just beating him up a little bit. I'm sure he could handle it, and I don't want him on the show because then he's going to steal all of my thunder, all my bad jokes. He's going to come up with his. I might have to have the 10-second delay on there. Otherwise, the FCC might ban us. So, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. And everybody that is watching this event, like I said, we're out here just having a little bit of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching some of this, get some of the information. Please be sure to like and subscribe so we can keep doing this. Wow, that sounds crazy. I'm almost sound like I'm one of those influencers now. So Hayden, I'm going to have to get you to prepare the speech. You can be the spokesperson. You're the right generation. Us old guys, we're not sure how to do all of that fun stuff. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
All right.
Thanks, Mark.
guys.
Viva Jeepspeed.